What's up, people? What's up? Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. How we doing? How we doing? What's up, everybody? Hopefully... Whoa. Alright, that thing's still going off. Yikes. Alright, well. Interesting start to that episode. If you're watching on YouTube, what's up, everybody? Yikes, what was that? It is Saturday, April 25th at about 11 p.m. Central. Okay, a little closer to 11:20, but guess what? Guess what, guys? Guess what? I wanted you to guess. Oh, no guessing? Because guess what? It's episode 400. 400. How many people do you know have done 400 streams? And here's the thing, guys. These aren't just 400 like 30-minute or 15-minute streams or 1-hour streams. No way, man. This is 400 hard-earned, like 4-hour streams most of the time. Most of this show has been like 4 hours. Now, recently we've been doing shorter episodes because YouTube has been encouraging that. And that's fine. More episodes, less length, but at least 2 hours at minimum. Because I work hard. Oh yeah, I work hard to earn that money. Episode 400. Now, do I have anything special planned? Not necessarily. We're just gonna have a good time. It's Saturday night. Saturday Night Live. Oh yeah? Well, I just made this beat up right before the show. We're gonna make some stuff up. You guys wanna make some stuff up? Happy 400th! 400 episodes! That's pretty insane, if you ask me. How about it? I wanna thank Thomas Johnston again. Thomas Johnston, the legend. If you guys have not been keeping track what's been going on all the time, it is insane. Insane. Thank you to Thomas Johnston. Thank you to everyone. We are on a record super chatted month. Record everything this week. As long as everything goes through and is good. But man, at least on YouTube, it has been a dream, guys. Thank you all. We're getting subs. We're getting views. We got 52,000 views this afternoon in 2 hours on YouTube. Huge streams, massive stuff. Iowa's most watched live streamer. We are 400 episodes in and holding that title strong. Oh yeah, it's massive. If you build it, will they come? They've been coming by the tens of thousands. Live streams from the Field of Dreams, Des Moines, Iowa. Oh yeah, live from the 515, right from Merle Mall at a haunted house called Future Nightmares. Oh yeah, literally is a thing. That's really a thing. So, we are on the road to 100,000, or at least that is what we're trying to do. 100,000 subs. We got to get more subs, more super chats, everything. Record super chatted month. The ups and the downs. It's crazy, guys. I hope Thomas Johnston watches that episode earlier this afternoon. We started it out with an original song I made for him. Here's another original beat. 400 episodes. What do you guys think? gather around. Oh man. Oh man. No idea. Made this up right before the show with zero plans. Episode 400. All right. Everybody! W's in the chat for 400 episodes. How we doing? Who wants to party? Who's with me? Who's with me? All right, let me look at the chat here. Let me see. Who do we got? Who do we got? Who do we got? Oh man, it's insane. Have you been here all week? Have you seen what happened on Friday? Did you see what happened today? Did you see what happened on Wednesday? As long as all that stuff goes through, this has been the craziest week of my life. Thank you all for all those that participated, for all of those that have been participating all month with Super Chats. All right. Should we just keep jamming? I don't know. Just making stuff up. Do you know how this place works? Normally I just start from scratch. I got a beat I made here. We're just jamming. Like a strawberry jam. Like a blueberry jam. What kind of
jam is your favorite jam?
What? Let's keep adding. We're gonna see where we're headed. I have no clue. Making stuff up. Oh yeah. We're going into the night. We're doing a very minimum 2 hours. If you guys stick with me, we'll go even longer. We'll see. Oh yeah, get your coffee. Pour yourself a drink. Whatever you're drinking, drink 10 of them, I don't care. I haven't had an alcoholic beverage in 3 years, or it's more than 3 years. And, but I don't blame you if you want one. Sometimes I want to, man. Especially when we have a week like this week, where like when you win, it's fun. And then when your mom dies, like mine did 2 months ago, you want to drink for a different reason. So I'm probably glad I'm just straight edge sober. W's in the chat for that, but also W's for everybody partying. Party it up! All right, now. Wait a minute. Man, is that real? Dude, is this really happening? Did that really happen right now? I can't tell. Honestly, man, this has been happening so often that yeah. All right. Whoa. Guys, hopefully all this stuff goes through. Everything's on hold. Okay. Thomas Johnston did it again, guys. I know it's starting to seem like a prank. I can't show you that because I thought it was the old notifications. This is crazy. I don't know. All this stuff is on hold, dude. I hope all these go through because this is really crazy. But okay, Thomas Johnston sent me another $1,000 right now. Again. For the second time today. For the millionth time this week. But I can't show you it because I thought it was an old notification. He said, for your mom. What did it say? Hold on. This is a thing. In memory of your mother. I don't think I can show you that without showing too much. Thomas Johnston just sent $1,000 on PayPal again. Man, I hope all these go through. This is insane. That's insane. Thomas, hey, Thomas, if you were watching, man, did you watch that episode earlier? I wrote you a song, dude. A theme song, like pro wrestling, right? Mr. J, making it rain, like Mr. The Joker, right? But all right, well, there's another 1,000. That's 2,000 today. Those of you that watched yesterday, this is 1,000,000 billion. Now all of that's been put on hold, and I think that it says it's because my account hasn't been used in a long time. So hopefully we're all good there. But that's insane. Otherwise, I'm being pranked. I have no idea. At this point, it's crazy. But Thomas Johnston, dude, All right. Well, Thomas Johnston just did it again. And I know it seems like I'm just like doing this thing, but this is very, very crazy. There we go, guys. Another one. I know, it's like how many? Did anyone keep track? We need a counter somewhere. This is crazy, dude. Thomas Johnston! Thomas Johnston for the win! Well, where should we go? How's everybody's night? That was crazy, right? I don't even know what to do anymore with any of this. I'm just gonna keep rocking out, jamming, making stuff up. You know, love Van Halen, right? So this is like, you know what I love is like, you like the song Everybody Wants Some? You know the song Everybody Wants Some? I love that the most, man. The jungle beat at the beginning, and then just like, you know, riffing and stuff at the beginning. But like, here's like a techno Van Halen, right? changing, keep evolving. Enough jamming. As I said though, Van Halen, bro. Like Van Halen, everybody wants some. I know it's not quite jungle beats, but it's like electronic beats. Van Halen meets whatever you want. Punch him in the face. I don't care. Whatever. I do whatever I want. What do you know about that? Huh? Do you? Do you know about that? What is going on, dude? Thomas Johnston. What is going on right now? For real. Like, am I being pranked, bro? Sometimes I wonder, dude. Like, everything, all the money on my PayPal is on hold right now. So I sometimes wonder if I'm not totally being pranked. I'm not going to lie. I don't know. But obviously, you sent me money on all the other platforms, so I fully believe you, man. This is crazy. It's just craziness. Okay. Thomas Johnston just sent $2,000 more. I almost feel like we shouldn't tell anybody anymore, man. This is insane. Are we all going to jail? Is that what's going on? Or am I being pranked? I'm not even... Dude, what is happening right now, Thomas? Thomas, you said you didn't have any... You didn't say you were rich. You said you weren't rich, but you're like the richest guy I've ever seen. Thomas Johnston just sent $2,000 more. It's not even a man making stuff up. I don't know. Here's another one with the timestamp. This is just one of them. I keep clicking on it because I feel like it's repeating, but it's not because it's going up. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, my PayPal is putting everything on hold because it's kind of like I haven't used it in so long that it's like holding all of this stuff. I fear that like if this stuff doesn't work out, like, I don't know. Am I being messed with, dude? I don't know anymore. Thomas, that is insane. Well, we're going to stay tuned to find out if all the money goes through and my whole thing works, because that's what's crazy is PayPal doesn't know how to handle what's going on right now. But I'm not going to discourage it because that is insane. Thomas Johnston just sent $2,000 more. I can't even add up how much money you're sending me, bro. That is another $3,000 more. Dude, you're going to like single-handedly buy me a van. You realize that, right, dude? Like I talked about buying a new van. Like a Van Halen. A Van Halen. That's what we would call it, probably. I'd let you guys vote on it. Well, if everything that's happening is legit, dude, Thomas is like, I'm not a rich guy. Well, dude, I got to tell you, you might not be rich compared to like Saudi Arabian princes. Maybe that's what you're comparing yourself to, bro. I don't know. You're changing my life right now. And as I said, we could buy a van. Van Halen. Thomas, if you watched previous episode, I made a song for you, dude. I mean, I could do the riff again. Thank you, guys. All right, well, we got 10,000 views in 34 minutes. That's pretty good. Well, 8,000, okay? 8,000 views. We haven't even gotten started yet. Dude, I don't know. I hope this all works out, man. I don't know. This is insane. Thomas Johnston. I don't think you can see this, right? Maybe change the angle of that. We don't want you to see what's going on here. All right. Well, I mean, honestly, man, Thomas Johnston has just like paid my whole existence. What should we do, guys? Should I go to Japan? Are you kidding me? That's $3,000 today. At least, right? Right? Let me look. How much did you? No, you did earlier. I don't know how much money, dude. It's becoming so much money that my math is not mathing. I'm bad at math. All right, let's see. Yeah, it's $3,000. No. Wait a minute. Well, I guess that's last night too, right? So, I don't know. It's like $1 billion. If PayPal works and everything's working, dude, Thomas Johnston, I don't know what to do, man. I will come to your house and play guitar for you. At this point, you could fly me to your house and I'll play guitar. I have no idea. Whatever's happening, dude, if I get a van and I go on the road, dude, you got to be on the stream, bro. That's all I'm saying. Thomas Johnston, dude, I made you a theme song earlier. I don't know if we can mix it with this, but I'm sure we can. Let's see if I can even remember what. Episode 400. What are we doing? Well, for the first time in a long time, it looks like we're making a lot of money, dude. Holy crap. Wow. Thomas, we love you, buddy. I don't know if you're in the chat. Honestly, Thomas, I don't really look at the chat a whole lot. That's the problem. So if you're saying stuff in the chat, maybe throw like a couple dollars and say stuff directly at me, man. Because, to stay positive and win and lift people up, I have to kind of ignore a lot of the creeps. So thank you to the moderators for keeping those people away from me. Because, it's funny when I yell at people, but ultimately, guys, the show wins a lot more when I don't. You know what I mean? That's what I've realized. Because ultimately, it's pretty easy for me to stick it to all the haters, right? Like right now, the amount of money we are pulling in right now is ungodly. So thank you, Thomas Johnston. That is unbelievable. And it is ultimately actually humbling in a sense where, I used to joke about being the most humble guy in the world in the joke, right? But the ultimate thing is dude, I am so happy with my life that I just want to lift others up and I want to lift you all up. And ultimately those sad people in the chat trying to tear me down could not even imagine what we're doing here. It's such a big thing. So you can either join us and sub it up and come with us on the journey, or you're just going to be a sad loser in the corner. Yeah, I don't care, because ultimately we're winning, and that's all this is. I'm here to spread positive vibes and uplift people and rock out, entertain the world. And if you don't get it, I don't know what to tell you, but we made $3,000 or $4,000. Thomas, I love you, Thomas Johnson. He just sent me $1. You sent me $1. That's such a funny amount to send. You should have sent it on YouTube, but he sent it to me in PayPal with a message. Should I tell you guys how much money he sent? Do you want me to tell him how much money you sent, dude? Do you want me to say the total? I left it to them to add it up. I don't know if we're gonna get like some sort of something with that if I say it. Do you guys want to know how much money he sent? Do you guys want to know how much money Thomas Johnson sent me this week? Thomas, should we tell him? Should we tell him? Thank you, CJ. I was about to hide that person. Yeah, just plug in their stuff. Sounds like 10,000, says Kev Dog. We don't need to know, says Joanne Bird. Kev Dog's got a pretty good guess. Pretty good. Thomas Johnson. Thank you. Beyond words, bro. Yeah, I mean, there's just like, I haven't used PayPal in a long time, so PayPal put everything on hold. That includes Kirk Burning sent me stuff through PayPal as well, and his got put on hold. So it's not just you, man. It's my account, and they said specifically that if you don't use PayPal for years, which I haven't used it in years, okay, so that they put things on hold, and this is a crazy amount right now. So hopefully everything's good. They said that Thomas said that they already took the money from him. So it's like PayPal's holding me hostage. Give me my money! But honestly, right, that's crazy. It's kind of crazy. Now it's like scary amounts, right? Because I'm not used to dealing with such a huge amount to the point where, you know, like this is like legal stuff. Like they got to give me that money, right? I'm going to take it right back from them. We're not going to trust them with it. Although PayPal's usually trustworthy. It's kind of weird that they would even do that, I'll be honest, right? Why do they care? But I don't know. Am I going to I feel it's like crazy. You feel like you're going to get in trouble for having like that happen. I don't know. Thomas Johnson. I don't even know. You know, and I know that like what you did here is enough to like, if I wanted to go get a van, if I wanted to buy a used van, I could buy one now, guys. And I don't know if I want to do that or not. I sometimes think about that, but then there's this idea of buying like a shiny black new van, and then you know, name it like Van Halen or whatever. I don't know. Thank you, Thomas. Thomas basically, he said the amount and he said, it's real. They took it out of my account, so keep me informed if there's an issue. Love you, my friend, with a brotherly love. I'm just a simple man that supports your dream. Thomas. You think 2,000 or 3,000, dude? He sent me 2,000 or 3,000 this episode, bro. If you like I think he sent me 4,000 this episode. He sent me 4,000 today. You have not. That's just today. And then last night's episode, if you were here for last night, and then the episode on Wednesday. Thomas Johnson. I don't even know. It makes me like I'm silent. I don't know what to say. Thomas, you're the greatest thing ever. Okay. We're supposed to be rocking out. I got to try to not, I know, it's like hard to not like mentally melt down. I'm not going to lie. Thomas, you're the best. Thomas Johnson, everybody. We'll do the little Thomas Johnson hook that I made earlier. It's not just kind of just a stupid, catchy, dumb thing, right? But whatever. So is everything. So is all the best garbage. What is this? What is this, Coachella? We play the worst garbage? No, don't blast Coachella. If somebody hire me, pay me all the money, I'll play Coachella right now. Thomas. Thomas J, gonna make it rain. Mr. J, we gonna make it rain. Oh, Thomas J, we gonna bring the pain. Mr. J, we gonna make it rain. Oh, Thomas J, we gonna bring the pain. Johnston. Mr. J, making it rain, bringing the pain, raining over everyone. All right. Should we keep going? Fun stuff, right? Thank you, Thomas Johnston. This has been a legendary moments in live streaming. No question about it. No question about it. Have you guys ever seen anything like that? You better subscribe. Have you ever been to a show? Have you ever seen a live streamer make over $10,000 in super chats? Maybe that's how much it made. Or was it more? Or was it less? Was it? Was it? Was it? How much money do you think I made since this weekend? How much money do you think? It was crazy, right? I'm normally not all about the money because I really don't care. I'd rather have more subs. But actually, in all reality, I don't even know. I don't even know. Thank you, man. Holy crap. Should I go get a warehouse? Should I go get a house? What should I do? Just save my money and do nothing? That's what I'm going to try to do, is stay calm and not do anything dumb. Try not to freak out, man! Don't freak out, man! Just stay calm. Stay calm. Stay calm. Stay calm. Stay calm. Mr. J, making it rain. Making it rain. Oh, Thomas just dropped a 50. Thomas Johnson in the chat says, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Thomas. I hope you liked it, man. Yeah. That was a jam. That was, and there's a different version of it on the previous stream earlier this afternoon. But I just took the same beat that I was making, All right, I'm gonna move on. Thomas Johnson, Mr. J, making it rain with a 50 in the chat, by the way. Another 50 super chatted on YouTube. Aside from the PayPal money, Thomas, you are a king around here. You are the ruler, the absolute pinnacle. You and Dennis Parker and Kirk Burning as well. I'll always give Kirk Burning because Kirk Burning made me stuff and has always been very consistent. Many of you other though, there's many people, thousands of people that have made this place possible. Each one of you, there have been so many people, when things were down, some of you picked me up, so that matters. But Thomas Johnson, guys, there you go. Thomas Johnson throwing down hero amounts of money. Hero amounts of money, guys. Like tens of thousands of dollars. Like literally. I don't know. We don't need to talk about it, do we? I feel like for legal reasons, we're going to pretend it's not real. That's just in theory or something. I have no idea. That was crazy, right? Buffalo, we were just doing something crazy, bro. I just made a song up for Thomas. All right. We're going to move on now, guys. Let's do one of my good ones, right? This is insane. Thomas J, making it rain. So insane in my brain. Oh, man, it's April showers, bro. It's April showers. Thank you, Thomas. You're a hero. This is insane. Thomas Johnson, guys. From now on, this show is brought to you by Thomas Johnson forever, okay? Okay? How many of you people are impressed? Are you impressed yet? I'm impressed. We have 400 episodes, guys. Welcome to the 400th stream. I did not establish anything special for tonight, but man, we are on episode 400. How crazy is that? Thomas Johnson, bro. We should we'll buy a van and we'll name it Thomas Johnston. It'll be the Thomas J van. The Mr. J. Mr. J is a cool, like, the Joker, right? Right? Harley Quinn and the Joker. Right, Mr. J. Mr. J. Yeah, Painkiller by Judas Priest. I know, right? But the best part of that song is the intro and the drums, right? That's where I'm at. So, what do you think I'm going to do? The best part of Painkiller is like the beginning. All right, we're going to wipe it now. Where should we go now? Should I just keep making stuff up? Do a whole show of just songs that I don't even know? Or should we do songs that you know? If I play this enough, is it going to be stuck in your head? It should be. Mr. J, gonna make it rain. Thomas J, bringing the pain, bringing the rain, going insane in the brain like Thomas the Train. Donation train. Let's wipe it. Here we go. Unbelievable stuff, guys. Thank you, Thomas Johnston. I am beyond words, guys. The stream earlier, in 2 hours, we got 52,000 views. We're climbing again. Things are looking pretty good. Financially, we're doing insane. We got Thomas Johnston throwing down massive, massive, massive. Cheers to that. Cheers. I haven't had a drink of alcohol in over 3 years. Sometimes I wish I could celebrate by doing that. And then there's other times I wish I could, cry about my mom and do that. So there's a mix of like why we don't do any of it, right? Because celebrating and drinking and crying while drinking is kind of leads to a problem, because if that's all you're doing, we do this. Happy Saturday. We're being productive. We're winning. I am having the most fun I've ever had in my whole life. And I'm making money, and I'm entertaining. I'm living the dream. What else is there? What else is there? Well, it'd be cool to have a baby and like a wife. Maybe. I don't know if I'm going to ever have a baby. I don't know if I'll ever have a wife. I don't know if I'll have any of that crap. Maybe I'll get a house. Thomas Johnston, go buy me a house. Should I buy a house? I don't really want to buy a house either. I don't know what I want. It's crazy. I have no idea. If you handed me tons of money, I'd probably just sit on a pile of money. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm kind of scared to spend any money if I have it. It makes me scared. Because I feel so lucky to even have this in a window of time, right? Like everything's so temporary, it scares me. Like I've never had money for more than 5 seconds, so it's crazy. Cheers. I have banana coffee. I Peel Good Keurig cups, coffee cups. But you know what I did do earlier to celebrate? I went on a 5-mile walk with my little dog, Princess Pooh, the prom sheep puppy. I went on a 5-mile walk in the sun and went to Tropical Smoothie Cafe. You guys ever go to Tropical Smoothie Cafe? My God, that is the greatest thing, man. I love smoothies. Like the acai berry, dude. If you've never had an acai berry smoothie from Tropical Smoothie Cafe, it's a national chain. That's how I celebrate, dude. Get it with the multivitamin. That's the way, dude. That is the way. And yeah, it's like a $10 drink and it's so worth it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You go on a walk, you drink a smoothie, and you say, I'm a lucky guy. And then you go and you work it out. You do tons of streams, and you work hard, because when things are good, you don't just go on a vacation. That's what people that don't win do, all right? You know what you do? You go, oh, man, I'm winning. It's time to keep winning. Winning on winning on winning. You celebrate, but you know, we have 400 episodes. This is the 400th stream. And I'm making money. I'm not going to just go sit on my butt. It's like, nah, you strike while the iron's hot. That's how this place works, and that's why we have been winning. All right? And Thomas Johnson just threw another $100 in the chat. Thomas Johnson threw a $100 in the chat on top of the thousands. That's $150 in the chat on top of the whatever, $3,000, $4,000 today. And every day and all week, I don't even know. This is crazy. This is such a crazy moment in time. All I wish I could do is call my mom. Again, guys, we got 4 days left. 4 days left in April. An absolute blowout. The biggest April of all time. If you want to participate, Gentle Jake is here. Gentle Jake has always been backing me when I had no one here and we were making no money. Gentle Jake was always trying to cause a donation train. Thank you, Gentle Jake, with an $8 Australian $8. Thank you, Gentle Jake. Love you, man. Thank you for trying to cause donation trains and causing that one earlier this month. Gentle Jake is a good example of a person. Like, I know you guys work so hard for your money, and not everybody has tons of money, man. And like, Gentle Jake loves this place and believes in what's going on here and sees it and knows that, like, I'm in here a lot, dedicating my whole life to this right now. And I know that this is such a crazy moment in my life. That's why would I go on a vacation right now? I've been doing this for a year and a half and it's working. I will vacation when we are not winning like crazy. Like, we gotta get 100,000 subs. Then we go on a vacation. That's fine. We're not doing that yet. Okay? Gentle Jake with an 8. Malik Murphy with a $10 super chat says, rest in peace, Mama Sparky. Yeah. Thank you, Malik Murphy. Yeah, I wish I could call my mom and tell her what's going on here. You guys that have been here know that I would call my mom at big events. Like, you can go look. There's a world where I got to clip that stuff out, right? Because I used to call my mom when big stuff would happen. I'd be like, look, Mom. And then she'd, like, react. But I tell my dad this stuff, and you know what he does do? He doesn't even respond. I told my dad that we made like, over $10,000 this week, and he didn't say anything. I think he thinks it's all scams. He thinks my whole life is a big lie. And I show him, I don't know. Or he's just like kind of jealous. I don't really know. Everyone I'm around kind of thinks it's insane, but this is insane, right? Like, it's like I ripped a hole in the fabric of time. And you know how I did it, guys? By spreading positivity. Spreading positivity to the point where I become a magnet of it, okay? And that's a real thing, okay? It's real. It's so real because I'm doing it, okay? And you can do it too. But you can't be negative. You can't go on people's live streams and say mean crap. You can't do that. And you got to ignore the negative energy and surround yourself. And if you got to be away from people, do it. Like, I'm kind of a loner these days, but you know what it is? It's like me and my little Pomchi puppy. We do positive stuff to the point where, like, I made my own little positive bubble. And that is real, dude. It's like, if you get around people that are trying to pop your bubble, just don't be around people. I know that sucks, but it's true. Get yourself in a position where eventually you'll be around people that support everything you do. And I have a couple people like Steven Smith who shows up here. He's a good guy. Okay. I didn't read what Thomas Johnson with the $100. I gotta make a backing track of some kind here. We gotta have music. It's dead air. This is dead air. Here. All right. Thomas Johnson with a $100 says, thanks for all who subscribe, and also anything you can donate is appreciated by Sparky. Everything is. Yes. Trust me, guys. I know we all know, right? We've all had like $10,000, right? And spent it. You can spend $10,000, you can spend $20,000, especially if you buy a house or a car, or you try to do any sort of thing, you know? Man, there's this world where I want to start planning to go perform in Japan, dude. Right? That's what this stuff makes me want to try and do. Because now I got a little bit of money, so I wouldn't be scared. Thomas Johnson, thank you. Look at all these other people. Holy crap. So Malik Murphy says, rest in peace, Sparky. Mama Sparky. Rest in peace, Sparky. Rest in peace, Mama Sparky with the $10 super chat. Nathan Bell says, everyone send $5 this very minute. Nathan Bell, thank you, buddy. Gentle Jake with another $8 super chat. $8 Australian dollars from Australia. $5 from One Way Backwards Cat. One Way Backwards Cat with a $5 super chat. Malik Murphy with a $5 says, they made me do it. They made you do it. That's right, dude. Donation train. Let's go. Let's buy a van. Let's go around the world, dude. Let's inspire the earth. Rip a hole in the fabric of time, dude. Change your reality by changing your mindset. You believe you can do something positive and change the world, and it can happen, man. That is what's happened around here. You guys know, like I've been preaching this and saying it and saying, spread positivity and you will receive it. And it has been happening, man. It is happening, okay? If you try to be a beacon of positivity, it'll work, dude. Thomas Johnson with another 50 says, everybody who's on here, let's send him $1. Let's pour rain on him. Thank you. Pour rain on me. Yes. Scott's Shots with a $2. Thank you, Scott. Gentle Jake with another $3 says, let it rain. Making it rain. April showers, guys. This is it. Like I said, this is the last weekend of April, right? I think. Yeah. Last weekend of April, guys, this is it. So if you're going to throw down and contribute to the all-time record super chatted month ever, this is it. An unbelievable landmark in my streaming career, my music career, my life, in anyone's lives. One of the craziest moments, the craziest things I've ever seen happen ever. It's insane. It's insane. And honestly, guys, with this kind of stuff, like it makes me One Way Backwards Cat with another $1. There's a world where we'll do charities, guys. Right now, I'm a charity because I don't know what my future holds. Like, it's going to cost a lot of money to do whatever I plan on doing. Whether it's buy an RV, buy a van, or like the plan was always to buy a toy hauler RV to tow behind a van. So you buy the van, you buy a toy hauler RV, and you build the studio in that. And then I travel the country streaming all over the United States from my RV van setup. And then I could play shows with the van, you know, use the van to haul my equipment and live in the RV. That was one of the plans. But then there's this other side where I think about getting a warehouse or going out in the desert. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not in a hurry to spend the money. I'm pretty, like, I'm in a weird situation right now. I'm doing okay. But when the mall contract is up at the end of the year, for those of you that know about this, and they're going to build a hockey rink in this location, so I don't know where I'm going to be. I've had this same studio, this whole show, with a fiber optic internet connection. Thank you, Merle Hay Mall, for this opportunity that has changed my life. And after this moment, though, I don't know where I'm going to be or what I'm going to do. Whether I just go on a world tour or something, I have no idea, or just travel the country, I actually have no clue. But it's going to cost a lot of money. Malik Murphy with a $5 super chat says, rain in blood. Yes, rain in blood, rain in blood, raining blood, rain in blood. One Way Backwards Cat with another 2. W's in the chat. Where's Drago with a 2? Says, get the van or go to Japan. Just keep on winning. Well, both could happen. See, if I go to Japan, the plan would not be to waste any money. At minimum, break even, right? I'd like to make money. It wouldn't make a lot of sense to go to Japan just to go to Japan, guys. I want to perform there. I want to perform. I just got to find somebody who can help me book the shows because I don't speak Japanese. And also, just like in America, I'm sure, hey, we got the 600. Good job, guys. I can guarantee you it's just like in America, right? Where it's hard to get booked anywhere and make any money. So you got to be able to negotiate. Because, a trip to Japan, it's going to cost you can spend $5,000-$10,000. You know what I mean? It depends on what you do, obviously. But we got money. I don't want to spend money. I want to make money. I'd love to go to Japan and actually make money, but what we do is we go. I've planned the trip out. The actual flight itself is almost $6,000 because what I do is go here to Australia. We perform in Australia, in Sydney, Australia, maybe Melbourne or Sydney, maybe both. Or we go here to Sydney, then Sydney to Tokyo, then Tokyo back to Australia, which we could do Melbourne or Sydney on the way there or way back, right? You go to Japan and then you fly back and you do Australia twice. And you perform the whole time. But that trip, just the flights alone are $5,000 to $6,000. That doesn't include hotel rooms. That doesn't include anything else. The cars and stuff, whatever you got to do, right? Hall of Bards with a $5 super chat. Hall of Bards. Malik Murphy says, laugh my... Laugh my... Whoa. We don't cuss. That's not really cussing, but, it is and it isn't. Laugh my donkey off. That's what we were talking about, right? Right? Donkeys. Malik Murphy with a $2 says, I'd like to make money. Love you, bro. Good night. Yeah. No, make money on the Japan trip. I don't want to just spend $10,000 going to Japan, dude. I want to go perform in Japan and then make a financially smart business move where we could do it again. Like establish some sort of place that's going to pay me, right? Like we go to venues that want to pay me to be there because, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to just go to Japan and spend all my money. Because although that's fun and one of my big dreams, I actually have always had the dream of performing in Japan multiple times, like at least twice a year. And you go there and make money there. You don't just go there and just waste all your money because it'd be easy to spend $10,000 in Japan and just have no money. No, I want to go there, make money, and come home. And even if we don't make money, break even. That's all I'm saying. So it's about a $10,000 trip, right? If I can make $10,000, which is impossible almost, right? You got to play at least 5 shows, and hopefully those 5 shows can pay you $2,000. It's crazy, right? And maybe I'm big enough to do that. Do you guys think that'd work? I don't know. I need a booking agent that can book me in Japan. Anybody know anybody in Japan that wants to see me perform there? I don't know if I can bring my light-up guitar, though, because it's too valuable. So it'd just be me, which probably means nobody just wants to see me as a guy, do they? I don't know. I have no idea. Nathan Bell with a $5 super chat. Yes. Thomas Johnston with another 50 says, let's all send $5 to Sparky. Let it rain in April. Thomas Johnston, the biggest legend ever. Malik Murphy with another $20 says, we believe. Insane. Thank you, guys. Again, biggest April ever. Every one of you guys that contributes to this, it's marked in history. These are recorded. The whole internet's going to see this, and you'll be known, man. We're at 52,000 subs, and eventually this place will get to 100,000. Some weeks, dude, if you guys were here, not this past week, but the week before, dude, it was so hard. We didn't make any money. I didn't get any subs. The views were below 10,000 views. It was horrible. And again, 9,000 views is amazing to anyone. So I get it, but you got to realize, it's perspective, right? It's if you're the biggest show in the world and then you start doing bad, this is my full-time job, right? And so when your numbers are down, you go, my views are down, which means all I want to do is get 100,000 subs, guys. That is my biggest goal of my whole life. That is literally it. The biggest goal right now in this immediate year, 2026, I want to get 100,000 subs by the end of the year. That may not be possible. It may or may not be. If you asked me 3 weeks ago, I would have said no problem. Easy, because we were doing 3,000 subs a week for about 2 months. We were crushing it. And then we hit a wall, and I couldn't even get 1,000 a week. And that's where we are now. I have gotten 2,000 subs since the 50,000 sub rally, which was 3 weeks ago or something. It is not good. It's crazy, right? The ups and downs are insane. And it makes me, I hate that because all I want to do is get 100,000 subs before the algorithm changes and ruins everything, which it did already change. Like, there's this thing where you could get locked out and never, ever win. When your goal is to get a plaque from YouTube that says you got 100,000, it is very intense. But we're winning financially right now, which is amazing. But again, that doesn't buy you subs, right? Subs are something you have to earn and work hard for. Or, you post a dumb cat video or some stupid fart video and then get 1 million subs. And I got no respect for that. I'm like, here's the thing, guys. If I get 100,000 subs, it's going to be because I worked my butt off. Even if I got it right now, go look at my streams. Dude, I've done probably 2,000 hours worth of grinding. This is finally making money and working in ways, right? And again, it could all fail next week, for all I know, right? So that's why I'm worried about spending any money, because it's like, whoa, dude, I actually made some money, I talk about it like I'm trying to play this like I'm a pro football player, where it's not forever, right? I'm not going to make money. Like, I may not make money forever. Like, it might be a small window of time, and then I get cut out. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not sitting here like, I talk about Lamborghinis and bikinis, but I don't know if that'll ever happen unless I get like $100 million contract or something, or 10 million at least, right? Like, you got to save all your money. You don't want to be like the football player that played football for 3 years, bought a Lamborghini, and then was homeless like 5 seconds later. That's a real problem. Good decisions. And a van is a smart decision, right? Because a van never loses value. It's probably the only vehicle that's worth investing in at all. Or should I just go buy a Corvette? For the same price, I could buy a Corvette. What do you think, Thomas? Should I buy a van or a Corvette? Corvette would literally, all it would do is I'd be able to pick up chicks and look like a rock star. But I would have zero use. I would be totally useless. Totally useless, but man, our brand new Corvette's the coolest. And for $65,000, $70,000 that I would pay for a van, I could buy a Corvette. But then I wouldn't be able to tour in a Corvette. We can't exactly book shows and play shows and stream from a Corvette. But I could pick up tons of chicks and like look cool. I could be a rock star. It's tempting. You get a van, you buy a Corvette. Which one's better? All right, Malik Murphy with another 2. Anything is possible. Thank you, Malik Murphy. W's. General Jake's trying to keep that dono train going with a 3. Thank you, guys. This has been insane. All right. I know, I talk big dreams because I feel like, when things like this happen, it makes me believe in big, big stuff. It makes me dream big, guys. Or I could just buy a warehouse or build a warehouse. What if I just built a warehouse out in the middle of Joshua Tree with a studio? I think about that too. I don't know. I have so many dreams and ideas, right? And I'm just going to sit and not make dumb decisions. Just don't spend all your money on hot goth babes right now, right? Right, guys? Right, guys? Don't let them eat your heart out, okay? I am a master of my domain right now, and I'm fine. And realistically, I'm just doing this all the time until something else happens. Eventually, right? When are we going to play Madison Square Garden? When are we going to play at Tomorrowland? When are we going to play Coachella? When is it going to happen, bro? Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? Or is this bigger than all of that stuff? Because I got 24,000 views right now. I got 52,000 views earlier. Is this better than all that stuff? It might be. It might very well be. I don't have to move my equipment. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to book a flight. I don't have to do anything other than just be here. So there's that, right? This might very well be better than everything that happens. Would you guys just want to hear me talk theoretical garbage or play music? Should we do something? Ain't talking about love yet. Not yet. All right, guys. Should we do Ain't Talking About Love electronic cyberpunk? Little guitars. Yeah, I love that, dude. There's the Van Halen fan. Yeah, I do kind of my rip-off takes of everything Van Halen, but I don't do anything specifically exactly like any of it. Just like everything around here, I do tastes of all my favorite artists in my own style. I don't try to do exact replicas of anything. Little Guitars by Van Halen is amazing, and I love that you love that, and I love that you know that, because there's not enough, when you know Van Halen, you see people that know Van Halen know like everything, right? It seems like if you know Van Halen, you know everything, or you know nothing, right? You don't either don't know Van Halen or you know everything. There's like no in between. It almost feels like it's crazy. But yeah, Little Guitars, epic, dude. No, I don't do it though. All I do is I kind of got rip-off takes of like Eruption, and I got a lot of stuff. We could do some Van Halen. I got a lot of little things, but all right. Should we do that? No, we're not going to do that. You know what we're going to do? I have this version of Ain't Talking About Love. We'll do a Van Halen medley, because I've been kind of feeling Van Halen, right? Like the stuff I did earlier at the very opening of the show was just me kind of, like I said, doing my cyberpunk Van Halen, like everybody wants some, right? That's one of my favorite jams by Van Halen, and like Van Halen live jams, right? Where they like do like basically jungle beats with just shreddy craziness, right? Thank you, Gentle Jake, with another $3. Gentle Jake, what does he want for a song? We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this because I'm already doing it. So we're doing it. All right. Ain't Talking About Love, but done cyberpunk style. You guys know how I do this thing, right? All right, we'll start with a beat, like a hip-hoppy kind of thing. All right, I love Van Halen, but we got to do it like cyberpunk style, right? So we don't do it the original way, All right, starts with a beat. Everything's made from scratch. All right. I'm going to do a wild take on Ain't Talking About Love. You guys ready for that? Cyberpunk music. We love Van Halen. I love it all, man. Could you imagine me, like, if I could meet Sammy Hagar or David Lee Roth or Alex Van Halen, or I'd love to meet Wolfgang, but I'm totally intimidated and scared of him. I saw Van Halen live when they got back together with David Lee Roth, and Wolfgang was playing bass, and Wolfgang is my age, and it was so crazy to me because I was like, look, dude, there's the guy who's my age on stage playing bass with Van Halen. Like, that always blew my mind so hard, dude. It really was crazy because I was like in the audience watching Wolfgang playing with his dad, playing his blue, Frankenstein bass, which was so cool. I thought it was the coolest thing ever, dude. It was so cool, dude. Everybody craps on stuff like that. It's like, dude, you guys aren't real Van Halen fans if you hate on any version of Van Halen. If you hate on any version of Van Halen, you're doing it wrong. It was always about Eddie, bro. It was none of it, Eddie and Alex. Like, the rest of it, they're all great, right? I love Michael. I love Wolfgang. I love Sammy Hagar is insanely talented. You don't like Sammy Hagar? Are you crazy? The guy is amazing at guitar and can sing like crazy, dude. And David Lee Roth has all the style. You're just wrong if you hate on any version of that. You're just wrong. I don't know what to tell you. It's all awesome. And I just wish everybody could get along, but they can't. So don't complain to me. I don't know what to tell you. All right. It's not my problem. Whatever, I like it all. Yeah, I have the same opinion about politics, right? Like, stop fighting. It's all the same. But like with Van Halen, it's all good. And with politics, they're all garbage. Yay! Yay! All right. All right. Why is he doing that? No! All right, watch me build. It's going to start out very basic. And then we're going to go from there, right? So it's like dance beats. We're going to do like a medley of like Van Halen, good stuff. Love Van Halen. Love you all. Love you, Mom. Tell your mom you love her. If you need to tell your mom you love her, okay? You never know what could happen to you or your mom, all right? Your mom could die. You could die, okay? That's the thing, right? My mom died a little over 2 months ago. She didn't get to witness the amazing stuff that Thomas Johnston is doing here. She didn't get to see me get 50,000 subs. She got to see me get 30,000, and she gave me an award. Did you guys see this? You guys know? And if you don't believe me, go look up all the videos after January 31st, right before the weekends. Okay, my mom died February 12th, okay? January 31st, we got 30,000 subs on January 31st, okay? And she made me this award. When I got to 30,000, she made me this, okay? Because she wanted to see me get to 100,000 subs, all right? And she knew that she was going to die because she had a bad heart, all right? So she made me this. And I didn't realize at the time, I made the joke, I was like, what, are you going to give me an award every 10,000, right? Till we get to 100,000, I'm like, you're going to make 7 more awards? No, man. She made that 1 week after January 31st, and then a week after that, she died. So, like, she wanted to see me get a 100,000 sub plaque. She just knew she wasn't going to. So you got to realize this place is a lot more powerful than just, like, there's a lot more to me wanting to get 100,000 subs than just me and what's going on, all right? Like, and if you don't believe me, go look up the nightclub meetings after January 31st before February 12th, okay? And there's a clip under my shorts of this exact thing clipped from the live stream of me talking about my mom giving me that award. And I went, I love my mom. I get the best mom ever. And I hope this isn't the last award she sees me win. That is a real thing. Go look at that clip. That's real. I said that, and she died a week later. She had a bad heart, and we knew about it for years, okay? But, like, you know, it doesn't make it any easier. It never makes it easier. So, like I said, tell your mom you love her, and if you don't have a mom, let the chat be your mom, which is a thing I said all the time when my mom was around, and she told me she loved me saying that, okay? And here's the thing, is now my mom's not here, so you guys are you are my mom. And for those of you that don't have a mom, I hope we can bring positivity to you and some sort of stability and security and a little bit of something to make your life better, because this place makes my life better, right? Like, I'm lucky to have this. It saves me. YouTube has saved me. So many of you super chatting me and believing in me. That's the thing. My mom believed in me. And that's the biggest thing, is you guys believe in me. And that is the number one biggest thing, is like a good mom believes in you. And the chat is luckily believes in me. So I'm not just falling apart, man. Thank you. Gentle Jake says, everyone donate or sub. Let's go. With a $3. Thank you, Gentle Jake. Love you, man. All right. Enough ranting. I know. Well, I'm never going to not, like, my mom is always, you know, like I said, I wish I could call my mom and tell her what's going on here. You know what I mean? So it's hard. I know. I'm supposed to play music, you know. But again, I used to hang out. When I wasn't here, I would spend all my time with my mom. Okay? My mom was my best friend. I'd bounce all my ideas off of her. I loved hanging out with her, dude, you know? And so, like, here we are, and, like, you know, this is what I'm doing. There's a reason I'm in here all the time. This is my positive bubble. This is me trying to win and trying to set up a future, and maybe eventually I'll have a wife or a girlfriend that will, you know, probably never, I don't know if I'm ever going to get married or have kids. I don't really know. I'd like to have a girlfriend, at least, to be a confidant to talk to, but otherwise, you guys are just my people, and I thank you for that. So thank you for everybody here. Love you, Mom. Mao, guys, before we play, thank you, Thomas Johnston. Send another $1,000. Man. Thank you, Thomas. 30,000 views in an hour and a half. All right. All right, I'm going to mark this, and then we're going to go, okay? I said I was going to play Van Halen. That's what we're going to do. And then I just got sidetracked. But, you know, it's not like I'm not always thinking about my mom. Like, I'm always thinking about Thomas. Thank you for another 1,000, man. Man, oh, man. You know what I thought about if I got a van? Like, what I would want to do, man, is I thought about making the license plate TLC, which is my mom's initials. Her initials, Tony Lynn Churchill, tender loving care, TLC. And she died February 12th. And then Valentine's Day was the last time I ever saw her body. Think about that. So when my life feels like this video game thing, because like, okay, the day that represents love, which is Valentine's Day, was the last time I ever saw my mom's body before she was cremated. And her initials were TLC. and it's like all the love in the world, right? That's real and heavy and crazy, right? I thought, I don't have any tattoos, and I thought about getting a heart tattoo with TLC on it and mom, because my mom died of a heart attack and her initials were TLC, right? And it all makes too much sense, but I don't have any tattoos. And so like, because I don't have any tattoos, I'm just kind of not probably, I don't know if I'll ever do it, because at my age, it's like, I'm the only guy my age who doesn't have tattoos. So that's like the thing, right? It's like kind of crazy to not have tattoos. That it's like I'm trying to be trendy by not doing what everybody did, right? It's like being in my own lane. But yeah, TLC. That's crazy, right? Valentine's Day is gonna be real weird forever. Valentine's Day sucks for me anyways. All right. I know. Yeah, positive vibes, right? Other than being very sad. Love you, Mom. Rest in peace. I love you all. All right, 30,000 views in an hour and a half. There's this side of me that just like wants to go sit and cry. But that's the problem with Saturdays. Like the late night, like I gotta go until I'm like exhausted, because otherwise like Saturday night, man, like, you know, man, there's so many times like late night, me and my mom would go to McDonald's because my mom would stay up till 5 a.m. Okay, so a lot of times there's this 24-hour McDonald's, and I would go take my mom to the 24-hour McDonald's, and that was one of my favorite things to do. I know it seems dumb, and that's probably what contributed to part of her heart attack was going to McDonald's, but like she wasn't a big lady either, right? So don't get her wrong. She was, you know, not a big lady, right? But, you know, she smoked most of her life and drank Pepsi and Dr. Pepper all the time. So, you know, but most people did smoke cigarettes up until recently, right? So. All right. Ain't talking about love, which is what I've been talking about, which is TLC, my mom love. Not talking about love. We're not talking about love anymore. All right? You're the only people that I love. Thank you, Thomas, for showing me love, bro. Thank you to everyone in the chat for showing love to each other and to me. And anyone who's like a hater, well, I got to tell you, it's pretty hard for me to even care about any of that, right? Because, I made like $5,000 today off of this. So thank you, Thomas. And I made a bunch yesterday. Like, ultimately, dude, the people that are yelling at me and mad in the chat, we all know there's no way they have any money or a good job or a good family life, right? Because there's no way. No one that trolls people on the internet has money or love or a good job or a good house, you know, like, because think about it, right? Like, you wouldn't do that. That's what's crazy. I can't even imagine doing that. And I don't even have like most of my life, I haven't had that good of a situation. It's just, I've never been in such a bad place where I have to go around tearing people down. And maybe that's why I'm winning. And maybe if those people that do that in the chat would understand that, they would start winning. But they won't. They don't get it. You can't do that and think you're going to attract positivity. That doesn't bring you good luck. It doesn't bring you positive vibes. All you're doing is ruining other people's lives and your own. Okay? So if you understood that, you'd understand the power of positivity and attraction. Now, what I'll tell you guys is, and I had this thought, and I was always preaching this before I found this out, okay? There is a movie. It's also a book, but I will recommend something that can help change your life, okay? Well, we have 400 thumbs up. Okay, this will change your life. If you need guidance, something that will change your life, there is a movie called The Secret. It's called The Secret. You need to go buy it, rent it, do whatever you can to go watch it. It used to be free on YouTube, but it's not anymore. Buy it. It'll change your life. And I used to have used to be what my mantra anyways before I saw that. So I was doing this show before I saw that movie. It'll change your life. If you don't know about the movie The Secret, go do that now. Like, go. That'll change everything, okay? Because it's pretty much the stuff I preach here. But I've been saying this stuff, manifest the best and all this stuff before that. before I found out about that. And then it reiterated it. And it's not about religion. No, that thing, that is it's a documentary. I'm just telling you, it'll change your life. The information in that, The Secret, go buy that movie. Okay? It's about the law of attraction, the law of positivity. It's a real thing. It's what happened here. It's what's happening right now. This place, it's real. I know, it all seems like crap. Like if you go watch it, if you don't take it seriously, that's probably because you'll never understand it, okay? But you need to understand it. There's a real thing, dude. Positivity breeds positivity, breeds positivity, breeds winning, breeds winning, breeds winning. Go watch the movie The Secret. It's crazy. It'll change your life. As long as you're open to having your life changed, which is all part of it too. If you don't want to win, don't. That's fine. Make fun of everyone that says you're going to win. Make fun of all the people that have dreams. That's a pretty common attitude, especially if you're in the Midwest. Actually, just all over America, really. Make fun of big dreamers. Yep. You can be that guy. That'll lead you to exactly where that guy is at all times. That guy will never go anywhere. And we need those guys because they tend to do like really boring work. But the ones that want to do big stuff are not making fun of people doing big stuff. I tell you that. They're not in the chat being angry at me. Like I said, the guy that is trolling in the chat definitely doesn't make money, doesn't live their dreams, does not have any clue, and they're so brain dead that they cannot connect with that energy. And they never will, dude, because it's a certain path. So, like I said, guys, we're so far above it. It's like, dude, I am living my dreams and making money, doing the coolest thing, this thing that I made, and spread positivity. And I would love to convert those people over, but those people don't want to hear it. They're already on the path of going into the ground. And here's the thing. You can change your path. You can. Okay? You can. You can be on the path to win. But it's, again, you can't. If you're around people that mock the idea of having success, that's the number one problem. Get away from them. Stop letting them in your bubble. They pop it. They're dragging you down, man. Okay? And that's the first thing you have to do is get away from people like that. If you got people in your life that bring you down, get away from them, dude. I don't care who it is. And I know that's hard, but that's the number one thing. Then, whatever it is, man, go for it. That's all I'm saying. And I know all this sounds stupid, but I got to say, man, the recent success I've had, and I know it's Thomas Johnston, you're amazing, man, but it's all like this energy that I put out, okay? And I'm certainly around people that I get around that have been around me my whole life that try to poke that still. It's unfortunate. I have people that I've known my whole life that when I bring this stuff up, try to poke holes in it still. And I just spend as little time around them as I can. I acknowledge them and I'm nice enough to them, but it's like ultimately I can't, they will never understand what's going on here. And that's the thing is they don't understand and they'll never be on this frequency. It's a certain frequency of just winning. Okay. I don't know. Go watch the movie The Secret. Or you can just listen to me because I'm pretty much just doing exactly what those people are doing. And not everything in there is fully real, right? Some of it's like, but the overall message in that is amazing. And it's basically like, it'll change your life if you listen to it correctly. That's all I'm saying. And it's sort of cheesy. I'm not going to lie. Just like me, I'm a big sort of cheesy. But one way backwards cat with a $5 super chat. There you go. Let's get it to the magic number. Preach all this stuff, and then we get the number of the beast behind us. All right. All right, here we go. Get it up there. Let's go. 4 more subs, all right? We're going to do Van Halen now. Shut up and stop talking about love. Thank you, Thomas Johnson. 424 thumbs up. 32,000 views. We're about at 2 hours. I said I was going to do at least 2 hours. But if you guys stick around with me, we got 200 people watching on YouTube. Then we're going to keep growing and going, all right? 61,000 views on TikTok. We got Kick and Twitch over here with, like 3 guys watching. Nothing like that. So if you guys think I'm just winning nonstop all the time, go look at my Kick and Twitch account and how many hours I stream on there and how few people give a crap. One more sub. Let's go. Let's go. It's Van Halen, right? Running with the devil. And we're not evil. Remember that. There we go. Have a sense of humor. Lighten up. If you don't have a sense of humor, you're probably the problem with the world, by the way. Lighten up, man. I'm so sick of people getting offended, man. Every post I make on Facebook, I can't even make up, look at that, 666, dude, we're winning. I can't even make a joke about, like if I went on Facebook and said I made $10,000, somebody'd be offended. 6767. Okay, good. We were not stuck in that. Somebody'd be offended, right? They'd say, but what about and they can't, you can't just, be excited. Everyone that's offended is also part of the problem, by the way. Positivity is not about being offended. Okay. Win with me, people. Here we go. Let's go! You're gonna win. 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7. Sum it up so we're not on 6 7. Stop it! I don't want it. 6 7 6 7 6 7. All right, there we go. Okay. Thank you. Keep it going. You don't want to go back to that. We don't want to do that again. We don't want to do that. We'll be doing that all night. All right. Thank you all. Here we go. Music, right? Hey, it's music. It's yelling. It's the Saturday night party. It's the 400th episode. Are you going to get something out of this? 400th episode. We made like $4,000. Thomas Johnson. Every one of you. This is the last Saturday of April. So if you're going to throw down, I will be back on Monday. I would almost do a Sunday afternoon, but I'm kind of feeling burnt out, guys. I'll be honest. I'm getting tired. 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7. Sum it up 6 7. No. Wait, there's gonna be 6 7 for like 10 more. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, 6 7 for the next 10. Should I just yell until we get 10 more subs? Oh no. 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7. No, we're not gonna do that. But it is. Here we go. Everything's made from scratch. Drums, synthesizer, guitar, looped live, then mixed and remixed. Right in front of your face. Ain't talking about love. We're trying to win, guys. You and me. It's a long road. Those that have been here is super exciting. Were you here earlier? You want to sub right now. You would have wanted to sub yesterday. You would have wanted to sub. Trust me. What happened today, there's going to be more of that. Now, it may not be Thomas Johnson, but there was people like Dennis Parker earlier. There's always something going on here, man. You're going to want to join the energy of this place because it's exciting. This is one of the coolest places, and we're just getting started, dude. So you sub to this place. We're going to lift you up, and you're going to watch me changing the music world and the entertainment world. We really are doing that, dude. I mean, look at what's happened. I've never seen a streamer make this kind of money ever, dude. Like, even the biggest streamers in the world, dude, aren't even, dude. Burnt Peanut, not even, dude. Not even. I'm not even joking. Go look, dude. It's crazy. All right. Thank you. Here we go. Let me get the time. It's time. All right. It's going to start with an 808. 808. Here we go. It is 1:15 in the morning. It has been 2 hours, just under 2 hours. We're about 2 hours in. I'll go at least 3 hours. Okay, 32,000 views, almost 33,000 views. We'll go for like 3 hours, okay? So we'll go for like another hour probably. We're just gonna see where the numbers are at, right? We'll just go down until it's down. And about 3 hours in, I've been streaming a lot and my throat hurts and but I love coming in. I'd love to come in tomorrow afternoon too, but that 3 streams, the 4 streams I did on Friday really probably wasn't a good idea. It's brutal. Thank you again, Thomas Johnson, everybody. I love you guys. Here we go. Time to rock out. Love it all. Everything's made from scratch. 6, 7,
6, 7, 6, 7, 7, 7.
Here we go. It starts simple. Watch me build. All right. We're not talking about love, right? I know, you're like, what is this? This doesn't sound like Van Halen. That's the point! Cyberpunk. The king of cyberpunk. We love it. You ready for the future? Double tap the screen to thumb it up. Let's get it to 500 thumbs up. We almost got 444. There you go. There's a Van Halen medley for you. Or something, right? Little eruption, little ain't talking about love, little bit of jump. You know. And I actually have more Van Halen stuff I could do, but you know, whatever. Did you guys like it? All cyberpunk, none of the things, and then all the things? None of the things and all the things? More blankets, less blankets? More pillows, less pillows? Come on, Dewey. Dewey, you don't want none of this, Dewey. Or do you? Dewey? 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 Do you understand what's going on? I don't know. Don't know. Donations? Thank you all. All right. Is that enough? It might be. It might just be. I hope you guys thought that was fun. Did you guys see me do Eruption upside down? Do you want me to do it again in the lights? Do you guys know? Have you ever seen me do that? I don't do it as much because it doesn't... It's actually not really all that good for my arm because it's weird like stretch, but I used to do it constantly. That was like my whole thing. Over, under, Van Halen stuff. I thought it was pretty epic. Let me see here. The whole ripping thing. You know, this thing, you want to see it? You want me to see it again? Are you paying attention? You paying attention? Are you paying attention? All right, enough garbage showing off. Is that it? Is that the end of the show? There you go. Over, under, Van Halen. What'd you think? Let me know if you know other guys doing that. You probably don't, unless you're Michelangelo Badio. Or maybe Herman Lee. There's a couple guys. It's pretty unnecessary. It's pretty unnecessary. All right. All right. And again, that makes my arm burn because the over-under thing, unless I practice it a bunch, which I used to when I was like younger, right? When I was a teenager, I was always doing it over under. But then like if you don't do that, like it, the muscles, it's kind of a weird muscle movement because you're used to like this, right? And it's not the same because it's like weird. And like unless you're like warming up and practicing that way, it kind of hurts my arm. But it's also mostly because I do like 6 hours a day, every day, all the time. So that's more of the problem. I am like the hardest working guy in the history of music. That's right, look into it. I'm the most streaming of all the streamers that ever streamed. I'm an extreme streaming streamer. That's right. That's what they said. That's what David Lee Roth said. Quoted him. David Lee Roth said, extreme streaming streamer. He said, this is the best guy. And I said, I know, Dave. I said, Dave, give me a break. Give me a break. Ease the seat back. All right. Does anyone care? You guys having fun yet or no? Should we leave? Is that the end of the show? I think it might be. Don't think it gets any cooler than that. Don't think so. If you guys weren't impressed by that, then I'm going to leave. Nobody gave me any super chats for that, so I guess not. Well, there were super chats. All right, we got Johnny Appleseed with a $5 super chat, says through the fire and the flames with a $5 super chat. I think we did enough of that. There it was. That was my through the fire and the flames, but realistically not. I showed you guys, like, I used to play the intro, right? I haven't done it in a long time. Obviously, you can tell I can pick fast stuff. I can do it. I just haven't done it. I don't remember how to play it, really. So, obviously, that's not what it is, but it's something, it's that kind of crap. Scott Schatz with a $5 super chat, just loving it, just saying nothing. That's good stuff. Scott Schatz with another $2, just loving it. Thank you, Scott Schatz. All right, I'll read all the super chats. I'm probably going to go. I mean, there's a pretty good audience here. You're going to sub it up? Can we get to 750? I've had probably enough. 2.5 hours. Normally, I'm like the guy doing 4 hours and stuff, but in and out, all day, every day, all the time, right? We do lots of shows, a billion shows. Yeah, this person doesn't watch the show at all. Oh, you really got me. Here's a good one. Good one, guy. Goes under one of my streams and goes, I've seen this guy many times. His secret is that he can't play the guitar. He's never played it. Did anyone just watch? This guy left a comment, like such a stupid, like he gets it, like, oh, he's not reading the chat and he probably got kicked out of the chat, so he's going to desperate play to get to me. Bro, I just did stuff. You're a loser guitar player. We get it. You suck. Way to go. You got to acknowledge. There's your comment. You're blocked forever. Way to go. Literally doing stuff nobody's doing and making more money doing it than everybody. So thank you all. Thank you to Thomas Johnston. Thank you to everybody. I hope you had a good weekend. Thomas Johnson, guys. Thomas Johnson. Unbelievable stuff, guys. Was anybody counting? I made at least $10,000 this weekend. I've never made that off music ever. I don't know anyone who's ever made that off of music, actually. I don't know of anyone I've ever talked to ever. And I know a few bands that I used to be impressed by they were getting like $3,500 a show. But they're playing like 2 shows a weekend, right? And they got 7 members. The band that I'm talking about has like 7 members. Like, it's a lot of people. So, not to brag, but we're just going to establish dominance right now. It's absolutely epic. Thank you, Thomas Johnson. And again, you got to think this is the 400th episode. So 400 streams. Divide all that money by 400 and by at least 4 hours, most of them, right? Now we're doing less hours, but it's better for my health. I'm just doing more shows, which is probably a better strategy, right? The afternoon show does better than the night show, believe it or not. 42,000 views right now, but guys, in 2.5 hours. But guess what, guys? This afternoon, we did 52,000 in 2 hours. So I'm probably more of an afternoon show. I hate to be real, but that is just what it is. And that's okay. It's whatever, wherever the people are. I don't care. And as long as his name is Thomas Johnston. He's exactly right. This is Fight Club, and we talk about Fight Club. Speaking of Fight Club, all right, I'll move the chat forward. I'm gonna move the poll. I was gonna do a 2-part poll to this. Maybe we'll do it quick. You guys paying attention? All right, I'm gonna end this. We had a poll. Okay, so we voted. There's been a story going on all week, right? So you guys voted for ninjas. Okay, we walked the dark, spooky woods, right? That's always the story, right? Then, you guys voted that there's 4 ninjas that showed up on the path. And then you voted that the 4 ninjas stuffed us into a sack. Okay? Then, last time you voted that they entered us into a Mortal Kombat tournament. Okay? And that's where we're at right now. Now, I just finished that poll, 2,000 votes. On this poll, we were entered into a Mortal Kombat tournament, stuffed into a sack, forced to enter a Mortal Kombat tournament or we die. Okay? That's where we're at. Now, 2,000 votes. It says we're entered into a Mortal Kombat tournament. Our first opponent is, with 15% of the 2,000 votes, a cheese. We got to fight a cheese. Nope. 19% say a burger boy. A little burger. A burger man? No. 31% voted for Super Max Death Crusher 5000. I would have swore that was going to win because it's like the most insane, like, we're never going to beat that thing, right? Whatever that is, whether it's a robot man or robot monster thing. We don't know. The Ultimate Destroyer thing. Instead, you voted for 35% voted for Potato Man. We're going to fight Potato Man. Okay, what I wanted to do is I wanted to end this show with kind of a conclusion to that. Should we do a quick vote? Normally, I would let the vote happen the whole time. I'm going to do a quick vote. You guys have 200 people here. You guys want to finish this show with a conclusion? We're going to fight the Potato Man. I planned on dividing this show into half, and I just didn't get to it because I was rocking out too much. You know what I'm saying? Rocking and talking, all this stuff, dominating. So, happy 400th episode, guys. I didn't really do anything special other than Thomas Johnston made it epic. I put it into subs only mode, okay? Because we're about to be done, but that doesn't mean you can't vote. I don't know if it means I don't know. Can you vote if you're not subbed? I don't know. Here we go, guys. Sub it up. Let's get it to 750. TikTok or Twitch and Kick, your battery's about to die. Thank you, Twitch and Kick. We're still live on TikTok and YouTube, and YouTube's about to get the poll. You guys voted that the 4 ninjas captured us, put us in a sack, took us to a Mortal Kombat tournament, and we have our first opponent, which is Potato Man. Are we going to defeat Potato Man? We're going to do a quick vote, which is rare. Normally, I would drag it out. We're going to see. Do we win or do we lose? We're going to fight the Potato Man. And then next time, we're going to vote. Well, and if we survive, we will move on. Otherwise, are we going to lose to a potato? Maybe. Maybe it's a hot baked potato. You don't know. You don't know what this potato's got. If he's a living potato, he's probably pretty powerful in some way, right? Because he's like a potato. Don't underestimate the potatoes. Don't underestimate Tater. Don't underestimate Tater. Do you know who I'm talking about? That's right, Queso. Never underestimate Tater. Never underestimate Tater. The DNA of Tater. Do you understand? Queso? It doesn't matter if you don't understand what I'm referencing. It's fine. There's so many levels to that joke. Tater. Queso. Look up Queso Tater, and you'll find out what I'm talking about. Anyways. Here we go. There you go. Simple yes or no answer. We fight Potato Man. The first round of Mortal Kombat. Do we die? It's us, 2 of us versus Potato Man. For some reason, they're letting us go together because we're not well-trained fighters in this case, I guess. All right, there it is. The poll's in the chat. We're going to do it quick. Quick, hurry up. 2 in the morning, hurry. Quick poll. Quick poll. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Tell your friends to vote. Hurry, 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 hurry. Are we going to beat Potato Man? Or are we totally useless? Maybe Potato Man's got some secrets. You don't know. Maybe it's got Tater DNA. Do you know about Tater? Did you hear about Tater? You never heard of the legend of Tater? Go look up Queso Tater on YouTube. You'll find out. It was pretty funny. The horsey game. Horsey game? It's kind of awesome. All right. Hurry up. I'm going to give you a couple minutes. It's 2 in the morning. I think I'm done with the show, so 2 hours and 30 minutes. We got 43,000 views. Wonderful stuff, guys. I wish we could get this thing to 53,000 subs, but you know, the sub count has not been rolling like it was, right? We're not ripping up subs like we were, but you know, sometimes you gotta I just gotta have fun. You know, don't over engage with the toxic chat. Don't over worry about the subs. Just rock out, entertain, spread positive vibes, and have a good time. And that's why I've been in here so much and having a good time. And it really helps to have wonderful people like Thomas Johnston. Thank you, Thomas Johnston, again. That was crazy, right, guys? Very crazy. I'll let you guys vote a couple more minutes. Hurry up and vote on the poll. I'm going to give you till 2:05, and then we're going to end it, and cheesy potatoes for sure. Tater goes down to a spud. Tater, the horse. Queso, the streamer. Do you know what I'm talking about? All right. And I'm not talking about queso cheese. You guys think I'm talking about queso cheese and potatoes. And that does sound like what I'm talking about, doesn't it? Queso tots. Queso and taters does sound like cheesy potatoes, and you're not wrong. That's really funny. You're not wrong. But I'm talking about a guy who's a streamer and a digital horse. And if you think that sounds weird, you need to look it up because it is as weird as crap, but it's funny. Quiet up. Yeah, Nathan Bell. Thomas Johnston is incredibly awesome, ridiculously crazy in the best way possible. Thomas is 150% winning. We are all winning because of him. Big things going to come out of this, guys. I don't really know. I may just save my money and be lucky that I can afford to pay rent for this place, you know. I don't know. I'd like to buy stuff, right? It's always tempting to buy stuff. I might buy duplicates of my equipment. That might be a thing. I might not. I'm just going to sit on it for a while. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad to have a little bit of money because, dude, it's up and down. Trust me, there are a few months we didn't make crap, okay? And then there's a couple months where we made good money. Again, guys, I'm not rich. And again, if you had $10,000, do you think you're rich? Like, it's nice, but, you know, you just do a couple moves and you lose all your money. It's real easy to spend $10,000. And I don't gamble and I don't drink and I don't smoke and I don't do anything dumb. So like, but $10,000, if you try to buy a van, you have one car problem and you're $10,000 in the hole. You know what I mean? Queso is Spanish for cheese. Yes, I'm talking about queso. It's a streamer. But you're right. Queso is Spanish for cheese. But if you spell it differently, you'll find this guy who streams video games. Queso, Caseoh. Tater. I can't believe you guys don't know who that is. But again, you know, it's a video game thing. If you don't like video game streamers, you're not gonna know, and it doesn't matter. You don't need to watch him. Reality is, watch me. He streams it like the same time as me, so don't watch him. Watch me. You don't need to watch that. Kingdom, is it? All right, you guys done? You guys vote? One more minute. One more minute to vote. One more minute to vote, and then we're getting out of here. Did we defeat the potato man? It's overwhelming. It doesn't even matter. Of course we would defeat the potato. I actually thought it would be funny to lose, but that would have been, it would have taken, if we would have left it there for an hour, the trolls would have probably let it win, but it was an overwhelming. Okay, undisputed, not even close. Okay, 82% with 50 votes in 5 minutes. 50 votes in 5 minutes. It is over. It was a 5-minute battle. That was a 5-minute battle. Real time. It was in real time. 5-minute battle. 50 votes. Overwhelming. And 82% said yes. We defeated the Potato Man. Unbelievable. We just took a bite out of him. We smushed him. Mashed potatoes. We did the mashed potatoes. All right. We're on to round 2 of Mortal Kombat. Let me know. Hey, what do you think we should put in the chat? You can tell me right now. If I go live tomorrow, whenever we do Improv Music and Fables, so it might be Monday night. Monday night. Be here Monday at 11:11. We're going to keep going with Mortal Kombat. We're in the tournament. We're either going to die or we're going to win the whole thing. Let me know. What do you think the options should be? Okay, we defeat Potato Man. What's the next battle? What's the next round, guys? Bacon and chives? That's who we're fighting? 6 more subs. 6 more subs to 750. 6 more subs to 750. Let's go. Let's go. Give me 6 more. Give me 6 more. Give me 6 more. All right. 6 more subs. And we'll get out of here. 6 more subs to tell me. Next fight is versus Hamburglar. Hamburglar, French fry guy. So, dude, it doesn't have to be food. I tried to make the first round like a bunch of really lame things and then one like death machine. And you guys didn't vote for the death machine. So, it's, you know, the rounds got to get harder because we're going to defeat, you know, they can't all be garbage. I mean, I guess they could be. All right. French fry guy is the evolution of the Potato Man. Hamburglar. You want bacon and chives on your baked potato? Anybody have any? Guys, make up a bad guy. Let's go. We need 4 options. And that's what we'll start tomorrow's show or on Mondays. Whatever. Whenever we do Improv Music and Fables again. That's what the poll is going to be. Mortal Kombat round 2. Who do we fight? Tell me right now. You have an option. Somebody use your brains and type it in so we can go. Pimp bot 5,000. I don't know. Is that family friendly? I don't know. You just used the same thing, the 5,000. Best shoe in North America's. That's right. I have the best shoes. You're right. No. Best show. I get it. I love it. Thank you. Best show in the world, you mean. But I love you for that. Thank you. We're going to fight Satan. All right. We can do that. Punchy McKickin. I like that. That's stupid and funny. That's my kind of garbage right there. Toaster nut. Killer guitar. Is that a guy? All right. Conan. It's from Conan, the Late Show. Yeah. Conan's the best, dude. Yeah. Conan is probably my favorite late night host. It's Conan and Craig Ferguson are my 2 favorites, guys. No question about it. Craig Ferguson and Conan O'Brien, greatest late night hosts ever in the history of ever. Conan O'Brien and Craig Ferguson. No question about it, dude. All right. We got a lot of funny ones. Okay, Satan, Toaster Nut, Killer Guitar, Punchy McChicken, or McKicken. And thank you to Dudung Warriors. Dudung Warriors. Thank you for that nice comment. Funny. Conan, you want me to fight Conan? We could put Conan in there too. All right, Conan the Barbarian. 6 more subs. Come on. You're really not here for it? I don't know. I'm not going to beg for it. I don't care. They're going to unsub anyways, dude, because there's like, you know, we always lose like 10 people because people are losers. And every time you unsub a baby dies. And angels lose their wings and everybody's sadder. But I can't express that enough. It's not my fault. I love you guys. All right. Thank you to Thomas Johnson. Thank you to everyone. We will go on to round 2 in Mortal Kombat. We have not been defeated yet. The potato was an easy. We smashed that potato. Ned the Noodle Twister. Yeah, twist it. You got to twist it. Twist it. You got to twist it, that video, right? Twist is... I can't say it, you know. You know what I'm saying. Twist his stick. You got to twist it. That's so funny. Nah, you know, We always lose like 10 people or so. We use 10 to 30 people every single, in between every stream because they're just totally lame. I don't know what to say. The hair cutting lawnmower is what we're going to fight. Maybe. All right. That's all we're doing, guys. That's the end. Can we get 4 more subs? Hurry up and sub it up. Who doesn't want to see this happen? Guys, I made $4,000 in this show. That's not cool enough for you to think this place is cool enough to follow? Like as if go those other streamers are going to bring you that kind of entertainment. Thank you, Thomas Johnston. This week has been insane. If you want to witness the craziest, like super chatted show of all time, you're in it. You're in it. You're in it. So let's go. Okay? Now, there may be a chance I do an afternoon stream tomorrow. Otherwise, I'm not guaranteeing that. I might take a day off. I don't know. I hope it's nice out tomorrow. I didn't look. I hope it's nice. I don't really know. I got a lot of sun today, so I'm probably already sunburned. But go hang out with Princess Pooh outside and just try to be chill. I don't like to really chill. I love playing in here, but, I do probably need, we streamed a lot this weekend. I don't ever like taking breaks, though, but because I just want to get to 100,000 subs. 3 more subs. Go. Let's get that number up and let's go. We'll get out of here. Okay? Let's go, people. Sub it up. 3 more subs. 44,000 views. 2 hours and 50 minutes, so 3 hours. We almost have 600 thumbs up. Double tap the screen also, guys. 596 thumbs up. We need 3 more subs and 4 more thumbs up. Those are all the same people, so who wants to make it happen. Let's see it happen. Let's see it happen, all right? I don't have any music or anything to like epic outro with. We're gonna rise. Get ready. Sum it up. Let's go. Get 2 more. We're gonna get out of here. I love you guys. Thank you all. Thank you to Thomas Johnston for such an amazing week, amazing night, amazing weekend. I hope you guys have the best weekend, best week of your life. I hope we inspired some people. I hope all of you people, I'll read all the names of the super chatters tonight. Thank you. This is the end of the weekend, the final weekend of April, which that kind of makes me want to stream tomorrow, but record super chatted month on YouTube as well as in PayPal and from everyone. Insane stuff, guys. Thank you, Scott Shots, or Scott's Hots. I don't know, Scott Shots, whatever it is. Scott Shots, Johnny Appleseed. These are all the people who super chatted me tonight. One Way Backwards Cat. Sith It. Gentle Jake, we love you, buddy. Malik Murphy, Thomas Johnson, Nathan Bell. Hall of Bards, Where's Drago? One Way Backwards Cat, Malik Murphy, One Way Backwards Cat, Scott Shots, Channel Jake, lots of the same names, and they're great, Nathan Bell. You guys really went in with that. I love this, guys. Thanks again, Thomas Johnson, Gentle Jake, all you people, Bob 2019, Steven Smith, Kirk Burning, Thomas Anonymous, all of you. This is pretty much probably the end. There might be one more stream towards the month, so everybody who throws in can say they help contribute to making the record Super Chat a month. We probably will never beat this record again, unless I'm like, if we keep doing this, I'll be crazy rich and like famous. But if we only do it one time, obviously you're not rich, right? But if we did this every month, I would be rich. That would be insane. I'd be legit rich too. But we're not going to do this every month. I'm well aware of it. That's why I'm going to save my money. Because if we only do this one month, I'm actually poverty stricken. So you got to realize, like, I don't expect to make this kind of money every week and every month. So I am somewhere in between being rich and being poor. I could be rich if we did this every month. I'd be poor if we only do it 1 month and everybody just gives me no money and says, oh, we got a lot of money one time. I don't like it. That's not the attitude. Because otherwise, you know what I mean? Like, I make all my money doing this. I am a full-timer, and I'm lucky to be full-time. And I was full-time before Thomas Johnson showed up. Dennis Parker really helped me get there. So the shout-out to Dennis Parker. and all you wonderful people. We love it. One more sub. Let's go. We got the 600 thumbs up. 607, 67. One more sub, and we'll get out of here. Sub it up. Let's go. Let's go. 253 minutes, or 2 hours and 53 minutes. One more sub. One more sub. Come with us. Join us. Let's get it. There we go. W's in the chat. All right, guys. I'll see you guys on Monday at least, and maybe tomorrow afternoon. I don't know. I'll see you guys later. Win. We love you, Thomas Johnston. 44,270 views on YouTube. 6,800 views on TikTok. Record super chats all weekend. Thomas Johnston. We made almost $10,000 this weekend. We we made more than that this week. Insane dream. I love you all. Thank you for supporting this place. This is something no one has ever done in the history of streaming. We have done something here that is absolutely jaw-dropping, and I wish my mom could be here to see it. But thank you so much. Love you all. Love you, friends. Thank you to Stephen Smith. Thank you to everybody. Love you all. Tell your mom you love her, okay? Thank you, Thomas Johnston. Thank you all! We're just gonna, let's go! Crushing goals and living your dreams. I love you all. Live your dreams. Work hard. Dream it, stream it, be it, do it. Spread positivity and you will receive it. You're the best, I'm the best. Manifest the best to the moon. A million billion. Thomas Johnston, you're the best thing ever. This is a heck of a dream. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. One heck of an April. Making it rain. What's going to happen next, guys? Who knows? What a dream I live. And I'm glad you guys are here to witness it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Endless amounts of thank yous. 3 hours. Love you all. Thank you.